Hello and welcome. I'm Rahul, and you're watching me on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel Rahul Kumar Talks. And if you're watching me from a long time consistently, then welcome back to my channel. I usually try to deepen your thoughts, try to give you a perspective based on which you can have your own opinion about something, critical thinking, you'll be able to develop, you'll be able to have things in your life, ability to ponder about something and to form an opinion which can be rationally true, which can be cognitively true. And if you'll believe in yourself that you have developed a clarity to see things as it is, and try to form an opinion which should be based on rational judgment, that you will understand exactly that my opinion, my efforts, that whatever I put effort, whatever I show here, whatever I demonstrate, whatever I try to disseminate and populate it further, will be fulfilled, my desire will be fulfilled, and this has been my purpose. That's why I talk about these things. Let us think that why I come to you and try to talk about different subjects each and every time. Sometimes scientific argument, sometimes sci-fi argument, which can deepen your thoughts, can give you a real way, based on which you can form an opinion and can make yourself a person who will keep himself, you know, away from these kind of obstacles and constraints that you will be able to face in absence of that kind of knowledge. So always I talk about, if you could not get anything, then at least you will be able to improve your communication skill, and that matters a lot, because if you have an access to a different language, what will happen, you will have access to a lot of knowledge based on the language based. And English is something which is a global language, and if you will have the access of English language, you will certainly be able to understand exactly a different dimension where a lot of things are classified in English language, and you will be able to decode that, you will be able to understand that. And that's why it has my purpose to impart such kind of knowledge and such kind of talks. I should always come and try to talk about that. And what I want to tell you exactly is that, if you will not listen to me continuously for 6 months, and if you are not clinging yourself, to English language, it will certainly dissipate away. It will, not only dissipate but deteriorate over time or period. You will lose your fluency, you will lose your propensity to deliver your thought, in a way that you want to, because always you have to understand exactly that language is something that needs to be communicated, and we don't find an environment here. That's why this is one of the most important hurdle in our life, that we could not be able to talk, we could not be able to communicate with others, only because that we don't have such kind of environment. But what you can do, you can talk to yourself, you can talk in front of a camera, you can record that, and then you can populate it to other sections of society which are listening, who are listening to you, and which wants to develop themselves as well. That's why I'm asking you that if you want to develop this ability to speak further fluently, and there should not be any barrier in expression, in deliberately desired expression, that you want to do, any discourse that you want to disseminate, there should not be any barrier. If you are feeling that kind of barrier, you have to peter it out, you have to take it out from your life. Otherwise, what will happen, you will lose a big opportunities in your life. Because if you have access to this language, I'm guaranteeing you, you will never be able to, unemployed. You will be able to find a job for yourself, you will be able to strive further and make a place, make an opportunity for yourself. You will find an avenue where you can work harder to improve yourself, and to find a livelihood, and to find an opportunity to cash in on this ability. It is not so much complicated. All you need to believe in yourself, that continuously, if you are listening to some English videos, some tutors or some podcasters who are always trying to disseminate their knowledge, if you listen to them continuously for 6 months, what will happen, you will try to, you will always think that, and you will feel that there is a change happening in you. Your mind is creating a cabinet in itself that is understanding the basic English, and you, if you will work a little bit, you will be able to understand advanced English as well. That has been my purpose, to develop your character, to develop your ability to communicate better, to understand each and everything. This is the way that I have adopted and I have developed myself. That's why I'm asking you each and every day. If you want to improve your own communication skill, it is important that continuously 6 months you listen to some podcast, you listen to all these YouTube speakers who are talking in English and try to communicate better. If you will be able to do that, certainly your communication skill will improve. And if you want to speak more, you have to practice a little bit each and every day. And later on, if you are communicating yourself, you are communicating to yourself and in front of mirror, you will feel a drastic change. But initially you have to listen. Listening is the key important, and thereafter speaking. But reading will give you a lot of vocabulary access, and if you want to access a depth of vocabulary, you have to read a lot. Reading is the only thing that can unlock the door of better vocabulary, that you have to understand. That's why I'm asking you, if you read continuously, then you will be able to impart and knowledge, which will be based on enriched vocabularies, and then only you'll be able to improve your own communication skill. So these are the thoughts that I want to tell you exactly today, and I have been busy this week. I didn't find some time to bring in front of you, but I will certainly bring something great in front of you. I always talk about money. Money mindset is important. That's why I talk about sometimes about startups, sometimes about stock market, sometimes about money market. If you want to have access of any banking terminology, you can ask me. I will certainly be able to answer that. Thank you for listening to me.